The year is 2026, and it is a milestone for our nation and our city. Hundreds of special events are scheduled to help celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States, which was founded right here in Philadelphia. Many events will take place this summer when Philadelphia will also be busy hosting World Cup soccer matches and the baseball All-Star Game. How is the fire department involved in these special events? Stay with us. Freedom from Fire is up next. Hello, and welcome to Freedom from Fire. I'm your host, firefighter Camila Bayete-Taylor. I'm currently assigned to our department's Fire Prevention and Code Division. Here at Freedom from Fire, we aim to improve your quality of living by giving you fire and life safety information. We also introduce you to our local safety partners and department leaders. Today, we're talking about our exciting, jam-packed year ahead. Philadelphia is celebrating the nation's 250th anniversary throughout 2026 with a wide range of community events, concerts, parties, celebrations, parades, and so much more. In addition, Philadelphia will be hosting two major sporting events this summer: the International World Cup soccer tournament known as FIFA and Major League Baseball's All-Star Game. With all that going on, we're talking about how the PFD and the city get ready for major special events. Joining me to discuss is Deputy Commissioner Joshua McGork. Chief, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Camila.
All right, so the last time you were on the show, you were a Deputy Chief. You
Yes.
are now the Deputy Commissioner of Planning. Thank you very much for being here, and congratulations on your recent appointment.
Thank you.
All right, so as part of Deputy Commissioner of Planning, you are responsible for planning special events, correct?
That's only one of the jobs, yes, Camila.
Yes.
One of the jobs being the planning for special events.
Okay, so.
It's a jam-packed year.
Yeah.
We have over 200 registered events in the city, aside from FIFA, MLB, and I just found out today that the Mayor of America are coming to town on July the 2nd.
Wow.
So Mayor Parker announced that today.
Wow.
The mayors from all over the country are coming here.
Wow.
And they
Okay.
plan on doing a showcasing Philadelphia and marching from City Hall down to Independence Square.
Wow. Okay. So amongst all the other events we have one more pretty big event here.
Yes, ma'am.
Happening. Okay. So in planning these special events in addition to what you mentioned, like the FIFA, the baseball, the All-Star Game, the mayor's celebration here, and other special events, are these just mostly citywide special events, or are we talking also about neighborhood events and festivals as well when we talk about these special events?
Yes, everything is included. So every year, all of our major events, the various parades that we have, the Odunde Festival, the Roots Picnic, the Pride Parade, all of that is still in play. The regattas on the Schuylkill River, all of that is still in play, let alone when we start, when FIFA comes to town. And we're looking at June the 10th to July the 19th, 39 straight days at Lemon Hill, supporting FIFA Fan Fest, put on by Philadelphia Soccer.
Wow, my goodness. Now, talk a little bit about why 2026 is an extra special year for Philadelphia.
Well, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the America 250, that's huge.
Yeah.
In 1776, our forefathers got together and decided that we were no longer going to be under the rule of England, and we succeeded. And Revolutionary War, culminating with the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th here in the city of Philadelphia at Independence Hall.
All right. Now, talking about that, that type of event, the 250th anniversary, big event for us. How does the scale of that particular event compare to what we normally see with other special events here in Philadelphia?
Well, being that this is the birthplace of the nation, we're expected to see an increase in visitors that come and see the history of Philadelphia, from the Liberty Bell, the Constitution Center, Independence Hall, and Mayor Parker and her team have put together smaller events throughout the city, and they're setting up buses to move people all over the city in order to experience the city of neighborhoods and get everyone involved, being one Philly.
Oh, well, that's excellent. That's excellent because, you know, when a lot of visitors come to the city, a lot of them are centered in Center City. You know, we have so many places to visit in Center City that are connected with our nation's history. But a lot of times, what we like people to coming into Philadelphia is to be able to experience the neighborhoods, you know, because every neighborhood is different in Philadelphia. And it really, I think, demonstrates the one Philly that is part of our history and our present day in Philadelphia.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, when we going back to FIFA, what kind of planning timeline does the fire department follow for an event that big?
Geez, we started doing the FIFA World Cup planning during FIFA Club Cup in 25.
Okay.
So the planning has been going on for over a year. Luckily, with the fire department having such good relationships with the Office of Emergency Management and the Office of Special Events, we have an idea of what is expected during these events. And then the Office of Special Events reaches out to the fire department and asks us if we can fulfill certain positions on the public safety side. And I mentioned the Office of Emergency Management because they are kind of like the center or the nexus that keeps all of the city departments talking on the same page. There are multiple meetings per week for almost the last year. And when I say all the departments, we're talking about streets department has to deal with both sanitation and traffic. We look at public parks and recreation. The Philadelphia Police Department, our partners in blue. Our own fire departments. So within the fire department, not only are we concerned about fire suppression, but we're also looking at special operations, you know, our technical rescue folks, our hazmat folks, as well as the EMS side of the house. How are we going to support all of these people on the medical side, you know, should there be an event? Because we know in the city of Philadelphia, typically those temperatures are going to get up into the mid to high 90s, and with that high heat index, we could potentially have some heat-related emergencies. But it's good having one department that does both fire suppression and EMS.
Okay. Now, we're talking about the things that could happen just during an event like that with the heat index, multiple people gathered in one place. Now, when we talk about the emergency response during events like that, is it just emergency response when we're talking about keeping visitors safe at these events, or is there a prevention and inspection work that goes into play before the event occurs?
Sure, a little bit of all of that. So, you know, prior to the event happening, your unit, as a matter of fact, you know, the Fire Prevention and Code unit is intimately involved with looking at the plans, looking at means of egress, you know, looking at crowd density, using a lot of case history with other large events that have happened similar fashion throughout the world. And with having the fire department on site during these events, not only are we assisting with the event and assisting with emergency response or medical related emergencies. But we're ambassadors of the city, and we will, help these visitors as needed.
Okay. Now, talking about our response at these particular events, we're used to seeing members of the fire department on fire engines, ladder trucks, ambulances. What might people be surprised to see us on at special events?
Probably gators, which might, for the folks watching, which are similar to golf carts. So we have a couple different new gators that we have put into service. Not only can they transport patients or move our paramedics and EMTs to where a medical emergency may happen, some of them are outfitted with litters, so we can actually put the patient onto a stretcher and take them to either a first aid tent to get additional care. And then within our first aid tents, we will have doctors, nurses, EMTs, paramedics to assist the folks with ambulances ready for transport should they need to go to higher facilities.
Okay, and if, let's say someone's at an event, a visitor's at an event, and they see fire department personnel on a gator or just walking around, are they able, would you encourage them to go up if they have a question? Okay.
100%. Again, we are ambassadors of the city, as civil servants. It's on our patch, dedication and service, and our dedications to the city and the citizens, and our service to those citizens, whether they be full-time residents or visitors to our city.
Excellent, excellent. Now, when we talk about some of the specialty vehicles we saw there, the gators, we saw some fire department personnel on bikes riding around. How do those specialty vehicles help crews move through crowds where fire trucks might not fit?
Well, you just answered it yourself. So with such a dense crowd, so we are at Lemon Hill alone, we're expecting anywhere from 15 to 25,000 people. And you think about that crowd density, how are you going to get around? And as small as a gator is, that's even going to be difficult to get around. So the paramedics and EMTs on our bike teams can perform a rapid response to that area, can maneuver much easier through those crowds and get the care where it's needed.
Excellent. Now, for firefighters and EMS personnel that are working these special events, are they excited? Is that type of work, working the special events, is it exciting work, or do they present unique challenges? So, for instance, somebody might say, "Oh, it's great, you get to work at such and such event." So is it as exciting as maybe an outside person might think if you're actually working the event, or?
Well, you end up being part of it, sure. And what's also nice about it, being part of the event, being part of the experience, being part of the history, is we're also getting paid to do it, which is nice. So we're interacting with the public. We are at the event. We're also experiencing the event because we're there. But we are available and ready at all times in order to handle any emergency, working as all hazards with the Philadelphia Fire Department. No matter what comes down our path or our lane, we will handle it.
Excellent, excellent. So it's great to attend an event. It's also great to be there, to be able to work the event and make the event, help make it a success. So
yes,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's exactly what we want. What does this success look like? A good day is no fatalities, minimal injuries, everybody happy, everybody going to where they need to be. The spectators, if you will, enjoying the show. All right. And whether that show be a concert on the Parkway, whether it be one of the FIFA matches down at the stadium, whether it be experiencing July 4th at Independence Hall, all of that is our history, and that's what we're here for, is to also experience that history. We're here today to do that.
All right, excellent. Well, we're going to talk more about that history in just a few minutes.
Good.
All right. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we're going to talk more about special events and learn a bit about Fireman's Hall Museum. We'll be right back with more Freedom from Fire after this.
You crank it and the beat just moves you right down the hallway. Why not? It doesn't hurt anyone. But listening too long and too loud can actually hurt your hearing. Excessive volume in earbuds, stadiums, and at concerts, even loud machinery, can damage hearing in just 15 minutes.
1 in 5 people 12 years and older now has some kind of hearing loss. So see a hearing professional and let's get those ears checked and boogie on.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life.
This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Find your place in space.
This is my time.
Space for All.
It's hard to always know what's going on with your kids. The Talk They Hear You mobile app and Screen for Success tool can help. The mobile app shows you how to turn everyday situations into opportunities to talk with your kids about alcohol and other drugs. Screen for Success helps you find out if your child needs more support by asking about their health, wellness, and well-being. Keep your kids safe and healthy. Download the free Talk They Hear You mobile app and start using Screen for Success today.
Dear University of...
Thank you for your offer.
To become student ID number 283471.
While I appreciate your desire
for my impeccable academic record,
I must decline the opportunity
to get a generic degree.
I've decided to tell my story.
To be a student,
not a statistic.
I wish you good luck in the future
as I embark on mine.
Welcome back to Freedom from Fire. I'm firefighter Camila Bayete-Taylor with the Philadelphia Fire Department's Fire Prevention and Code Division. Today we are talking with Deputy Fire Commissioner Joshua McGork about the fire department, or about how the fire department is preparing for the many special events planned in Philadelphia for 2026. But first, I'd like to note that the Philadelphia Fire Department has actually been the focus of one of the special events celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Because Philadelphia is known as the city of firsts, we are celebrating a firstival every week in 2026 to honor the milestones achieved here. In January, our own Fireman's Hall Museum was chosen as the site to honor the nation's first volunteer fire company. Organized in the Old City neighborhood of Philadelphia by Benjamin Franklin on December 7th, 1736, it was called the Union Fire Company. I encourage you to visit Fireman's Hall Museum, located at 147 North 2nd Street. You'll get to meet our resident historian, firefighter Brian Anderson, and learn about the history of the Philadelphia Fire Department. Well, I am extremely excited about our upcoming events in Philadelphia, which have played a special role in our nation's history. But before all that, let's get back to Chief McGork, who is talking to us about the fire department's plan for special events in the city. Now, talking about the special events, and we talked a little bit about planning previously, how does the fire department plan for these special events? Like which divisions? You talked about police, EMS, you talked about all the outside agencies. Are there any other agencies that are involved, maybe, for instance, Department of Homeland Security or anything like that?
So locally within our fire department, it would be the fire code unit, our EMS division, our planning unit, our special operations unit, the fire suppression side. We have a lot of people within our own department. Our incident management team has come together and started developing a lot of the plans. State partners, we're working with PEMA, Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. We are also working with the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. We are working at the state level also with the civil support team to bring in some hazmat assets and hazmat support. At the federal level, we are working with FEMA, DHS, Department of Homeland Security. There are a lot of players coming to the city of Philadelphia. This has been rated by DHS, all the FIFA events, as a special event hazard rating 2, 1 through 5, with 1 being the highest level, like a national security event.
Okay, wow. So it's a lot involved, a lot of planning involved.
A lot of planning involved. There are a lot of players that all have their hands in the pot, and they all do have a piece to play in order to see us succeed.
Okay, excellent. So we talked about preparing. You've already prepared, you say, about a year in advance for the FIFA games. Does that include the 250th celebration as well?
Well, it's all wrapped up together because many of the events are going to coincide. So, for instance, if we just look at July 4th, just one snapshot in time, we'll have our America 250 celebration on the Parkway. We expect it to be one of the biggest ever. We also have the FIFA Fan Fest going adjacent to that at Lemon Hill, let alone the knockout game, or Game 6 for Philadelphia, but a knockout game for FIFA at the stadium. So we are going to have 3 simultaneous events in the city on July 4th.
Wow. That's probably an event people want to take public transportation for, I'm assuming?
It would be recommended to either do public transportation or ride share, yes.
Okay. All right. Now, when we're planning for special events, and when we're working special events, first responders must still be ready for everyday emergencies, right? Tell us about that, especially the units you oversee. Like, how does that all work?
So we got the incident management team together to look at everything that you just said. What do we need at each one of these events to include staffing? And the idea of the plans that we put together was not to impact regular operations throughout the city. So our plan is to bring in people, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, to work the events without impacting City of Philadelphia fire operations, so that we still have full coverage within the city.
Okay.
Does that help answer?
Yeah, so are you bringing, just to clarify, you're bringing in firefighters and EMS personnel from outside of the Philadelphia Fire Department?
No,
Oh,
they are
okay.
all within the Philadelphia Fire Department.
Okay.
You know, people that are volunteering to be a part of this very unique experience.
Okay, excellent. Now, for viewers who might be attending these special events, we've already talked about some of the risks with the heat, crowds, large crowd sizes. What safety advice would you give them when they're attending these events, when they're in large crowds or busy areas?
It goes back to DHS's recommendation that if you see something, say something. So, of course, the majority of the people that are going to be there want to be good participants. They want to have fun. They want to experience Philadelphia, the food, the drink, everything that comes along with Philadelphia. But if something doesn't look right and you feel that in your gut, grab a local police officer or a local firefighter and tell them, recognize that there potentially could be a danger, notify somebody, and we will make the proper notifications to mitigate that incident.
Okay. And finally, before we go, what are you personally most excited about as Philadelphia prepares for this historic year?
Well, Camila, I've been preparing for this for nearly a year. So what am I most excited for? to execute the plan and see that plan come to fruition and be a success not only for the city of Philadelphia, but ultimately for the fire department. We implemented a lot of new ideas and procedures, and to see them come to fruition is success.
All right, all right. Well, I have all the confidence in the world that if anybody can pull it off, Philadelphia Fire Department can. So, Chief, I want to thank you so much for being here. Best of luck, much success on this event. I know we will do very well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, again, I'm extremely excited about all the upcoming events in Philadelphia, which have played such a special role in our nation's history. Thank you again to Deputy Commissioner Joshua McGorrick for sharing your insights. To learn more about the PFD, including fire and life safety information and job opportunities, visit phila.gov/fire. And if you would like to keep up with our show, Freedom from Fire, look for us on Verizon Channel 36, Comcast Channel 56, and LaSalle TV's YouTube page. And remember, you can follow the PFD on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. Thank you for taking the time to join us on Freedom from Fire. Remember, fire is everyone's fight. Stay safe and remain free from fire.